Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Bret back once again for another Bret Factor movie review, and this time I'm finally reviewing Ghost in the Shell. Cue the music. Yeah, there's no music yet. It would go right there. Maybe we'll get music, but whatever. And as you can see, I'm still in my empty apartment. I think we're on 1 week, guys. 1 week, and we should be moving my stuff here finally. I will have a bed to sleep on and not my air mattress, and I'll have my desk, and I'll be able to stream video games again and other things. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. 1 more week, maybe a week and a half, because depending on the moving schedule, but it's coming. So probably in a couple more reviews, you will see a bunch of boxes behind me. And that means I've officially moved to London. So let's get to the review. So Ghost in the Shell, I went and saw it last week. I don't know, to be honest, I saw it last week, Saturday. And I just got a lot of stuff got in the way. Actually, last week, Sunday, I saw it. And a lot of things got in the way. Just stand-up comedy and being out and about and doing stuff, doing a lot of shows. So I just haven't had the time, and work was in the way too. So I just didn't have a time to sit down and do Ghost in the Shell, even though I did have time for chips. Yeah, my schedule was really weird, and I just didn't make time. I didn't make the time for Ghost in the Shell review. That was my bad. That's on me. But it's here now, a week later. Whatever. Who cares? So I went and saw the Ghost in the Shell. When I did see it, there was like only a handful of people. Not too many people went and saw it, which really reflects in the numbers of how much it's made. It's only made like $14 million in the last box office report that I saw. So it's not doing great in the theaters, but the movie was actually pretty good. And I would just say it's good. It's not great. It's not amazing. It's not crap. It's just good. Just right there. Good, And like I've watched Ghost in the Shell, the anime, the original anime. I watched it a long time ago, back in the 90s when it first came out, and I've been a Ghost in the Shell fan. I didn't watch the extra stuff. I didn't watch any of the other stuff. I've only watched the movie itself. And Standalone Complex. I haven't watched that, but I only watched the anime itself, and I haven't watched that anime probably in maybe 10 years, maybe 20. Maybe 10, probably 10 to 15 years. It's been a while since I've actually sat down and watched that anime. Still love that anime. It's great. It's classic. It's one of the animes that really got me into loving anime in general. It's one of the originals that got me into it. That and Akira and Ninja Scroll. Those are like the first three that really I love anime. And then Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z and stuff. So anyways, seeing Ghost in the Shell for the first time in a long time, I sat there and I'm like, it's Ghost in the Shell, hands down. It's Ghost in the Shell. Did they clean it up a bit to make it make more sense? I feel like they did, because I remember when I watched that anime and I didn't understand anything going on. So I'm older now, maybe just my brain's smarter, and I just realized, oh, that's what this whole movie's about. Bing, light bulb, and. That's why I'm like, I walked out of the theater going, okay, that makes 100% sense now. And I thought the movie was nice. It's just a nice, good movie. It's a movie. It's entertaining. It's good. It's a good dramatic, sci-fi, cyberpunk anime movie. It is good. And I love the sci-fi stuff. And it didn't really blow my mind with this sci-fi technology and stuff, but I really like the whole augmented human stuff, because I really think that's something that could potentially happen to us, and we're already going in that kind of slow direction towards being an augmented human and things like that. But that's something I could totally see us doing. So let's get into this. Let's get into the story. Obviously, Scarlett Johansson's playing Major, who's a robot, not a human. It's a robot. And she has a brain inside her, which is human. And the brain itself is technically, that is the ghost in the shell. If you the idea is the ghost, the brain still has the soul of that person, and the shell is the robot, the robot body. So the human is being put into the body of the shell. The soul is there, the ghost. And the ghost is trying to be the ghost is all the memories that the human had, because the corporation is trying to keep those memories suppressed, because if they think if she becomes more sentient, more human-like, and remembers everything, that she'll rebel, and now they'll have a super weapon that's against the corporation and stuff too. So there's a little bit of that, because like realistically, Major is a weapon. That's what she is. She's a cyber-enhanced weapon that is powerful as a robot but has the mind of a human, and that's the whole concept of this robot, is that the human can think like quick, and it has compassion and other things, other human elements that a robot cannot have. And also instinctively thinking and like breaking down stuff. So that's the whole point of this weapon. And if the ghost inside realizes that, hey, I'm alive still, but now I'm a robot, that could mean more more crazy shit could happen down the line, which does happen with what's his face? I can't remember his name. The bad guy. Is it Kuze? I can't remember. I can't remember the bad guy's name. I think it is Kuze. Hold on. Let me pull up my thing. I think it is Kuze. It's been a while since I even remember any of their names. I think it is Kuze. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. And that's who I believe Kuze is he's an original version of what Major became, and he has the ghost. Like he has the brain and everything, and he's a robot, and he's more augmented, he's still human but yet augmented. Like he's a whole bunch of body parts, and like he's gone crazy. And without Kuze, Major doesn't realize who she really is, and that's like the kind of the whole story. Really, is like Major's trying to figure out who she is inside the shell, who is the ghost, actually is a part of it too, because she doesn't remember who she is. And you see a lot of glitches in the movie, and she's trying to figure out, well, what are these glitches? And they're actually the ghost, her brain remembering things like, hey, don't forget, this is where you came from. You're human. You were a hood rat. You're from the streets. You're out there. You were running away and stuff. And like, so that all that is the whole story. Really, is the dramatic part of who's Kuze and who is Major and things like that. And that's Ghost in the Shell. And it is that is the movie. It's good. It's a good movie. All the supporting characters were pretty dope. I loved Batu, and I liked him in the original too. But Batu, he was dope in this. The guy, I can't pronounce his name. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. It's Pilu Asbak. He's cool. He was a cool dude in that. At first I didn't think I would like him as Batu, but the funny thing is he really reminded me of Kiefer Sutherland from Lost Boys, like the entire time, until he loses his eyes. Spoiler. Until he loses his eyes. And then I was like, oh man, we got Kiefer Sutherland Batu. It was so cool. But then he gets his eyes, and I didn't like the CG on his eyes, to be perfectly honest. I didn't think they suited his body. I think they could have went a little bit more over the top with his eye implants. But in the end, I still liked Batu. He was still cool. All the other guys were cool too. It was good. Like it was good. Yeah, like the visuals, the story was tight because it is what it is. And I didn't go in there expecting anything new. Like if you've seen Ghost in the Shell, don't expect anything new. Just expect the story to be told better. But don't expect anything brand new or exciting. And if you're new to Ghost in the Shell, get ready for a good ride. It's a good dramatic sci-fi cyberpunk movie. It's really good. It's good. I won't go really good. It's good. Now let's get to the special effects, because I love special effects. And this movie delivered really nicely. It delivered. It was super, super nice to look at. I really wish it wasn't in 3D. I didn't go to see it in IMAX, so I saw it in like normal 3D. And I really wish I didn't have to see it in 3D. I couldn't find any normal screenings, normal D, anywhere, which sucked, because I just wanted to see the colors, because it looks like it'd be a very bright and vibrant movie. And yeah, like I love the cars. Like they just went so nice with like that retro. To me, it kind of had that retro sci-fi vibe from the 90s, like what we thought the future was of the 90s, and they put it in, and it was just like, it was perfect. Like I was just sitting there enjoying the shit out of that movie. Like just the visuals, I'm just like, this is so nice. This is what I wanted to see in my Ghost in the Shell. Like this is what this this movie is for fans. This movie is for fans of Ghost in the Shell. And I'm talking about like us 30-year-old dudes 30 plus, who went and saw and like loved the anime. This movie's for us. And if you haven't gone and seen it, then you've failed your fandom for this movie. So go and see it because it's for us, man. It's tight. Like it's a fun movie. It's a good movie, and the visuals are great. Like, oh man, I just love the cars and like the dump truck and like the silly little things and the like even Scarlett's wearing the naked suit, the clone armor, the clone suit. I mean the cloak suit. It's like she even goes out and does that for us. Like it's so good. Is she a good major? Yeah. You know what? Let's get into the controversy. Oh wait, before we get into the controversy, let's get into the audio, the music, the special effects, the sound effects, tight. Audio, music, not as great as I was expecting. They really went into that retro synthwave, but not. I felt like they just didn't push it. Like they went and did it, but I don't think they pushed the limits of what the synth sound of that time could have been. And I loved it. Like I really did enjoy the soundtrack. The soundtrack is tight, but I wanted more. I wanted a lot more heavy synth and just give it to me. Give me that retro vibe. Like push the boundaries of it, And they tried. I don't mind it. Actually, I want to point out one scene in the movie, which is the end scene. And I'm not going to spoil it. Oh well, who cares? Who cares? Spoiler, get ready. The dude dies. She kills. Cutler dies. The cutter gut dies. But I love that end scene so much because he's controlling the mech in the rain on his private balcony, and it's just like all this beautiful greenery around him, and he has this little pond and this like weird sci-fi like hologram stuff, and he's controlling the spider mech from there, and it's just raining on him, and he's like, I don't give a shit. Like I think they made that scene for me because I love the rain, and I love being in the rain, and I think that scene was just meant for me. Like I sat there and just loved it. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of beautiful scenes. There's a lot of beautiful CGI, color work, all of it. Good stuff, man. It's good. So go see it. That's what I'm saying right now. Go see it. But let's get into the controversy, and then I'll give a final review. The controversy is dumb. It's dumb. Scarlett Johansson playing the Major makes 100% sense, right? Who doesn't want that smoke show in your movie, right? Like, she's beautiful. She's perfect, like, for this role. Like, she's a great woman. She's a great actress. She's great, and she's gonna move tickets, right? And like everyone's sitting there on, oh, why didn't we get an Asian actress to do this? And a part of me is like, I always thought when I watched the anime, I always thought Major, like the robot itself, was based off of Caucasian body, exoskeleton. That's how I always saw that movie, and I feel like we see what we want to see when we see that movie, right? Like someone else who might have a totally different perspective of this movie than I do, where I'm like, I see a white woman robot. Someone else of a different ethnicity might see something totally different. They might be like, yeah, that's a Japanese robot. Or someone else might be saying, oh, maybe that's a Chinese robot, or that's a Russian robot, or something else, right? Like we all have our different, like I didn't say to myself, oh, that's a Native American robot, right? Like I didn't think that, but I definitely thought to myself, oh, that's a Caucasian robot, right? And that's what the movie says too. Hey, you know what? This is a Caucasian robot. Makes perfectly good sense. Major could have been any color. The robot could have been any color. It could have been Asian, could have been black, could have been white, could have been red, brown, purple, blue, any color of the rainbow. Who cares, right? It's all about the actress playing the role, and she brings it. She is a good robot. Like, look at it that way. She's been a robot multiple times. Like, Major is a robot. Lucy, she's kind of like a robot. She becomes a robot. And then there's her. Right? She's an AI voice. So Scarlett Johansson has been in this universe of sci-fi and being a robot and silly things like that. So it's like, yeah, it's a perfect role for her. Now, if people really wanted a Japanese actress or an Asian actress to play Major, who would have been the one that would have brought in 14 million people or dollars, right? Like, I actually think this movie should be making a lot more money. It should be. It should be making way more. It should have made 40 million. At least 40 million just from the fans alone. Like yeah, it baffles me that this movie didn't make that much money, and it can't be because of this. It cannot be because of the controversy around the movie. It just can't be. And if that's the reason it's not making money, that's sad. Like that's really sad. Like people should just go and see it and enjoy this movie because it is a good movie. It's a good movie. It's good. And the controversy is pointless because even in the movie, the ghost, the brain itself is a Japanese child or kid, teenager's brain. And they address it, like they show it in this story and there's a pivotal point in this movie where it has Major sitting down with her mother, which they do not show this in the anime. It's never mentioned in the anime. And there is the point, and the mother is Japanese, and they talk about, can't remember her name right now, Motoko? I think that's right. They talk about the brain, which is Motoko, and they talk about her, the ghost, the shell, the brain that person is Japanese, and she is Japanese in the movie. When they show flashbacks of her being a child and running around and stuff, so don't get it twisted. It's in there. They do touch on it. They do talk about it, and yeah, the corporation wanted white robots. Could have had brown robots. It doesn't matter. It's part of the movie. So don't let that little controversy get it twisted. The story is good. The movie is good. The CGI is great. I loved it. The audio, great. Good. So in general, it's a good movie. So my final review of this movie, good. If I could put a graphic up right now, good movie. Go and enjoy it. Just enjoy it. And if you're going to hate on me because I don't believe in the controversy, I think it's a non-issue, drop a comment below. So if you liked, that's the end of the review. So if you liked this review, leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down, drop a comment below, subscribe to the channel. It's somewhere over there. There's a button somewhere for you to subscribe. Then let's talk about the movie a little bit, because I love this. I love this topic too. Like I will talk about this topic. Actually, when I do a Bret Factor podcast, probably next month, I'm going to be talking about this issue. So get ready for us to be talking about this whole issue. Okay, we'll be talking about it. Other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. For those who have subscribed to me, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. Thanks for talking to me. And you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's @BretMeiser. And you know what? The next video that's coming is Transpotting 2. Will be tonight, sometime today actually, because I'm going to go see it. It's a late showing, so I'm going to go see it, and hopefully I can get back in time and do a review for it. And after that, I think I'm going to go see that movie with Morgan Freeman. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, awkward pause. Anyways, thanks everybody, and peace out. Enjoy the movies and all that cool jazz. But I don't know where the positioning of my camera is sometimes. See you guys. Peace. I always end these with laughter. Oh, jeez.